Welcome to Roy Tech video tutorial. Today we're going to talk about the interface overview in step 7 part 3. If you remember, in the last video we were talking about all the inputs, outputs, timers and counters that we were going to have available in our program. However, in this case, also in here we're going to have this button that says unuse symbol. So basically, you are going to see that all these symbols that I have in here are not being used in my PLC. So for example, in this case, I am not using the counter number 10. And if I go back again to the assignment of inputs, outputs, and go down, you're going to see that in here we're going to have the counters. So as I told you before, right? The counter number 10, it is not being used in my program. So in here you're going to see all the symbols that we are not going to use it. However, in this case, you're going to see which kind of addresses we are going to have available. So in here you're going to see that the input 150, the memory 112, 116, and so on, they don't have any kind of symbols. So for example, remember this input, alright, 150. Now if I close this window in here, this one also again, and then I decided to go to the program and select in here symbols. In this window, you are going to see all the addresses that we are going to have in our PLC. So I am talking about timers, counters, inputs, outputs, and memories, the data type that they are going to be, for example, Boolean, function block, function, and of course also we are going to have the comment for each address. So for example, if I go down in here, and then do you remember that the input 150, right? If I remember, is this one, and I decided to select a symbol, so I am going to call it as my name, and then the comment will be just example, alright? And then I decided to go back again. Symbol table, do you want to save it? I would say no. But in this case, if I go back again to the addresses without symbols, basically this address, it is going to disappear. So you're going to see this address in your PC right now because I didn't save the information before. Anyway, so right now I am just going to close this window in here. And then I am going to select this option. And finally, I am going to select hardware. So in here, inside the hardware, you're going to see all the elements that I am going to have connected into my PLC. So for example, in this case, you can see some scanners, I/O modules, drivers for the motors, and so on. And also, all of these, they are going to have their specification. For example, if I go to this scanner in here, you're going to see the order number, the input address, the output address, some kind of comments that you can put in here, and other kind of things. Also, you are going to see that all the drivers in here are going to be controlled by Profibus. Meanwhile, all these devices in here are going to be controlled by Profinet. So if you want to save this information, the only thing that you need to do is basically select this option in here, save and compile. And if you want to download all this information to the PLC, for example, the input, the output addresses, the name of the drivers, and so on, you just need to download this information to the PLC or to the module, as you can see in your screen right now. So you can download the information, or also you can upload the information from the PLC to your PC. And finally, we can select this button in here that says configure network. And as I told you before, right? Some of these devices are going to be connected by Profibus. Meanwhile, the other ones are going to be connected by Profinet. So you are going to see in here that this device, also this one, and finally this one in here are going to be connected by Profibus. And Profibus, you are going to see this bar in a color pink. Meanwhile, Profinet, it is going to be in color green. And if you want to delete one of the networks, the only thing that you need to do is select it and basically press in your keyboard Supreme. So are you want to delete this select object MPI? I would say no in this case because I don't want to delete it. In fact, I don't want to save any kind of changes. So right now I am just going to close this window in here. And well, basically this is it for today. So in the next video, we are going to create a project since the beginning. And also I am going to show you how to create the hardware configuration, as you can see in your screen right now, to start programming your software. So as I said before, this is it for the moment. Thank you for watching Roy Tech video tutorial. See you on the next video.